As you can see behind me, there are 3 doors. What is the significance behind each door? Well, I'll explain it like this. Just recently, I made a video talking about the new custom armor coming into Minecraft. And while going through some of the custom options, I realized there are some pretty stupid ones out there. And while experimenting with all of the options that I was able to determine after I recorded that video, I uncovered, well, I wouldn't really say uncovered, but I've stumbled across 3 armor pieces that I feel like if you unironically make, delete the game. That's right, I'm gatekeeping you based on your favorite armor type. Okay, so before we continue on, I just want to at least let you know that 2 of the 3 armor sets that we're going to be showing off, because you might not really be able to tell what I'm doing, most of the armor sets are going to be following the wild template. That is the template that you can find in the jungle structures, and I made this piece of armor just to kind of at least show you what the pattern should look like on each armor set. So with that out of the way, allow us to open up door number 1. Apparently, I guess the shears don't want to work. Whoa, would you look at that? It's working. Woo. Okay, so with this armor set, maybe it didn't take you immediately to notice, but this is a mixture of diamond armor and emeralds. Listen, I think it's actually cool that we actually now have an ability to put emeralds on our armor. I think a lot of us, especially the OG players of Minecraft, have been fantasizing someday about having emerald armor. And we technically did get that. So I can totally understand people wanting to put emeralds on their armor, but when you put emeralds on diamond armor, it's not really going to be that noticeable. I mean, you could kind of notice it when you're up close, but when you're far away, you can't fully tell. I mean, I'm not even going to go fully hard on this armor set, mainly because I could totally see cosmetically that you could also use emeralds to kind of look like vines coming off your armor. I think that would honestly be perfect, though, for if you're in the jungle. I'm just saying, if you combine emeralds with diamond armor, that's not the set for you. Alright, so next up, we open up door number 2. Now you might be looking at me here thinking, oh, why is there just iron armor? It's not iron armor. This, my friends, is iron armor with quartz. This is kind of following the similar logic that we did with armor piece number 1, except the reason why I think this is worse is you're basically just putting on a lighter shade of white on a light gray. It's totally useless. I mean, I know there's not really too much that you could do at quartz. That's really the best I can kind of tell you about this armor set. It just kind of adds slightly more detail to your iron armor, but frankly, I don't think it's worth it. But at the very least, though, I'll kind of give you a pass if you actually do want to use it, mainly because quartz is a very common material to find once you enter the nether, and frankly, you'd probably have so many quartz trying to farm for XP that you just want some kind of use out of it rather than just throwing it all away. You might have been noticing too that I've been very passive when it came to doors number 1 and number 2. Because frankly, I just feel like though if you follow doors number 1 and number 2, you have a poor taste in fashion. But you know what? You will be redeemable if you agree with me with door number 3, because I'm not even gonna really fully gatekeep if your armor taste is like 1 or 2, but if you're door number 3, I will ban you from my Minecraft server. Just saying. I will not. I don't know how I could forgive you. I think you will be one of the most evil people on the planet. Let me. I totally just realized something at the last second. That's right, it appears that we have a bit of a surprise honorable mention. But in this circumstance, it seems to be more like a dishonorable mention. Now, I could talk about the armor and then move back onto the regular video, or I could play a snippet of the first video of the snapshot to kinda make the point on what I'm trying to make. I realized I was making this unnecessarily hard on myself. I could have just spawned piglins on my own. I didn't even need to go into the nether. And of course, when I give up searching, one spawns. Let's also add on to that variable. Okay, here we go. Ultimate test, here we go. Okay, having a gold trim does not work. Okay. I gotta say, overall, netherite armor with the gold trim. That is the maximum drip, alright? Like if you see one of your buddies coming into your SMP looking like this, I mean, come on man, save some coochie for the rest of us. The one thing though, how this kinda irks me a little bit, is the fact that when Minecraft had the Nether update, they advertised that if you wear gold armor, you should be safe from a good chunk of the hostile mobs, aka the hoglins. And I think one would properly assume that that could also apply to a gold trim as well. For all we know, they probably could add this in the future to allow it to work. Maybe, maybe not. If anything, I feel like at this current moment, it could be a little bit of a continuity error. But would I surprise you that other than addressing pretty much a flaw in the Minecraft lore, it just gets worse? Let me show you here what's behind door number 3. You might not immediately get what's happening here. I also used a different template than the one up here because, frankly, you know, it does look funny at first glance. You know, you have B armor, but, you know, allow me to put kind of more of an emphasis on the black pixels. That's not dye. The black pixels are netherite. Yes. Minecraft's not going to hold back on you making stupid decisions. I mean, they have a netherite hoe, alright? They'll... Just because that there is a game that allows you to get creative doesn't always make it a good thing. I swear, if this is the pattern that you aim your golden armor to be like, I cannot be friends. We can't be friends. Because other than the fact that gold armor has probably one of the lowest durabilities of the game, you know, allow me to remind you that on the other side of the chest, they changed how you have to craft netherite armor, alright? Because when you go to a smithing table, it used to be you place your diamond armor with a netherite ingot and then boom, netherite chest plate. But now, you need to find one of these in nether structures, then you could put in your armor, and then your netherite, and then bada bing, bada boom, you have your netherite chest plate. They made netherite a lot harder, and even, you know, a higher goal to obtain. But if anything, I feel like if this is how you're going to set up your armor, you're just that kind of person that wants to watch the world burn. Pretty much, this is all I really had for this video. I know it's a fairly short one, but frankly, I am actually genuinely excited at the fact that they added more armor types, and frankly, I also kind of wanted another excuse to talk more about armor. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm done. This was too much for me for one day.